What's up, chaps and chapheads? Welcome back to another episode of the Tryhards Road to Glory. So, recently we actually switched up from the 4-2-3-1 to the 4-1-2-1-2. And I just want to quickly show you the tactics. So, obviously we start off in this 4-4-2 just to get the chemistry. And we switch into this 4-1-2-1-2. It's kind of, I'm just playing around with different formations at the moment, trying to find a system that works well for me. But a lot of people play the 4-1-2-1-2 in a sort of attacking, aggressive style. I know especially Huge Gorilla or whatever uses it basically in a super aggressive, fast-moving style. But I'm actually more sort of possession-based, as you can see there. So width is kind of narrow just because I want to try and keep compacting that defense. A lot of goals are just going to be finesse shots where you're in a sort of central position and then you're going to be shooting. And then the depth is also quite low just because the AI defending basically works better with a lower depth just because they're not as good at handling those sort of in-behind through balls. So as for the offensive style, we have possession, which is basically, it's good for the 4-1-2-1-2 because the 4-1-2-1-2 in the diamond shape, you can play lots of triangles and stuff like that. Width is fairly balanced, to be fair. Not too much to say about that. Players in box, fairly balanced as well, and same with corners and free kicks. So getting to the actual team, we've got Perisic on the left just because he's got that 5-star weak foot. He's basically just going to be able to get that right foot finesse as well as that left foot possible like power shot if need be. Dybala's literally there just for that cut-in finesse. You know how OP it is right now. Mertens can shoot on both feet. He's on stay forward, both getting behind stay forward on the two strikes. Mertens can shoot on his right and left. He's also super agile. I do like center attacking mids. I've already said it before, but you know, center attacking mids that are super agile are usually just very overpowered. Allen as the middle CDM just because he's got the good work rates. Cover center, I think, on the two center mids. And then cover center cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking on the CDM. And then Cancelo stay back while attacking and stay back while attacking on the left back as well. So that's it for the custom tactics and player instructions. We need to actually grind division rivals. I've not been playing enough recently. I need to get stuck in. All right, so getting into the actual division rivals games. We haven't really played enough recently at all. And also upload-wise as well. I promised that I'd kind of do daily uploads. But I've only been uploading like once or twice or maybe 3 times a week. So I need to get back into the grind. No doubt about that. I'm getting back into the daily video uploads. As well as also potentially on the side having some other types of uploads as well as FIFA. Maybe it be Fortnite or whatever. So getting into this game. We get a penalty straight away. Mertens tucking it away quite happily too. Decent start. Decent start. And I was trying to get sort of that muscle memory going. I've been going on about it for like a little while now. It's basically just trying to get that muscle memory for the timed finesse shot. Or just for time shooting in general, really. But most of the time where you do time shooting, it is for the finesse shots. Just kind of in and around the edge of a box. And to be honest, that's kind of a thing. One of the things that has put me off of this game quite a lot. It's just like the majority of the goals that you score right now are all just outside of the box finesse shots. And me personally, I just feel like the skill gap in the game is just harshly affected by that. And it's just very repetitive. And I feel like, honestly, if a game doesn't change, I feel like the game is going to die probably like January, February. Like, no doubt about that. If a game doesn't change drastically, because it's too repetitive ultimately. Because in previous Ultimate Team, in previous, you know, FIFA games, be it, you know, FIFA 17 where FUT Champs just started out, for example. I mean, me personally, that was one of my favorite FIFA games. And I think a lot of people agree with that. It's just like, it was the start of FUT Champs. It was when it was fresh. And also the meta was driven shots, which was actually quite entertaining, to be honest, because you had to actually break down the defense, you know? Whereas now it's just kind of about sitting in and around the edge of a box and then going for that time finesse. But, you know, we have to adapt at the end of the day. I'm going to continue playing FIFA. I'm going to continue grinding. And if you can't beat him, you got to join him type thing. And that is exactly that. I definitely do have to start doing these time finesse. Because previously, even when I got, I think, Elite 2, I was basically playing the same way that I would play for FIFA 18 or FIFA 17, which is just kind of play it out wide, get the ball in the box. And most of my goals weren't time finesses. But as you can see, I had Dybala scoring one there with the time finesse going top bins. That was actually pretty sick, I'm not going to lie. But, you know, it doesn't quite have that vibe. Like, even though it's a goal outside the box, it's like, it's almost like when they had overhead kicks in this game. It's just like, it was something that was absolutely insane. And then they just turned it into something that's just happening all the time. And because of the consistency of all of these goals, you know, it's not anything too special, unfortunately. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like I say, we have to grind. we have to continue on, try and improve. And to be honest, it kind of begs the question as well, like, obviously, there is a massive amount of pay to win, but can it be done with this team? Can I get top 100 with this team? Because at the moment, we're not really moving too far in terms of coins, in terms of, like, upgrades and stuff, just because for the past, like, 2-3 weeks, we haven't really gone anywhere with FUT Champions. So, it's just frustrating, though, because even when I do get Elite, because bear in mind, I've finished Elite 2 once, I mean, Elite 3, I think, 2 or 3 times, and, None of those Elite Team of the Week cards were decent. They were all pretty much discard packs. So, you know, that's the thing, is that I feel like with FIFA, they obviously need to give you that motive to keep playing. And it's like, the fact that they've taken away the thing where you only get 81 plus rated informs, it's like, what are you trying to do? Like, how are we gonna have a motivation, especially for people that don't do YouTube? And it's like, it's just something that they do for fun, perhaps. Like, how are you going to motivate people to play your game mode when you're doing stuff like that and having, like, the chances of getting a good inform in an elite, when you get elite rewards, to just, like, not be very good. And then you expect them to want to go into the next weekend after grinding and, you know, getting a good result ultimately, just to get no one again. Like, I don't know. Honestly, EA really do confuse me sometimes. And one of the, like, I mean, this is basically just not even talking about the gameplay at this point, just a full-on kind of discussion about their game to an extent, but it's like, oh my days, there's just so much I could complain about. It is really just a love-hate relationship type game. But the 4-1-2-1-2, just speaking about the 4-1-2-1-2, of course, like, it is working out for me very well, just because in terms of fast attacking, it's just very good to be able to give it up to your strikers and just have that confidence in sort of the triangle, especially with the center attack in mid and all the rest of it. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know whether I prefer it to the 4-2-3-1. That's the thing, is that the 4-2-3-1 is just, for me, in terms of dominating the game, in terms of doing well with a cheap team as well. So, you know, bear in mind, different formations are good with different tiers of teams, ultimately. I feel like the 4-1-2-1-2 is probably really good with a top-tier team. But the 4-2-3-1, I think, is better for the low-tier teams like myself. So, anyway, chaps and chapheads, that is going to be the end of the video, of course. If you do want to see more Tryhards Road to Glory episodes, make sure to leave a like, and I'll see you on the next Mbirchy episode.